Thank you, Archie. Well, we go now to part 2 of Fast and Furious Jamaica, illegal drag racing. Drivers and spectators say they are frustrated because they have no alternative but to race illegally. Now, Vernam Field, which for decades has been earmarked to be developed into a multimodal transport hub, is only available to select race organizers. As Giovanni Dennis now reports, stakeholders are calling for drag racing facilities to better develop the sport.
This is Vernam Field in Clarendon. It's April 28, 2024, and this is the Caribbean Drag Racing Championships. Organizers reported over 4,000 spectators attended to watch the nearly 200 cars that participated.
We love the racing, and it is more a legal event and not an illegal one.
For all of you out there who have not come to Vernam Field, yes, you need to do it.
Vernam Field is one of 2 venues locally where sanctioned drag racing events happen occasionally. However, Vernam Field is government-owned and not always available for promoters to use. It's why stakeholders believe the facility is not being utilized to its full potential.
I think it is being not utilized in the way that it should.
Vernam Field is being wasted. We've been hearing that they're going to turn this place into this prestigious aerodrome. 30 years later, it is still the same.
For context, former Transport Minister Mike Henry has for decades touted the Aerotropolis Vernam Field project. This September 2018 Gleaner article notes activities for the first phase of the US $2.5 billion Vernam Field development project in Clarendon are expected to get underway by the end of October. Henry said $300 million has been set aside to carry out the initial activities, which also include erecting fences and gates, primary electrical connection, and distribution and runway testing and rehabilitation. When we visited in April 2024, we didn't see any fencing or rehab work. But that 2018 announcement bulldozed all sanctioned racing at Vernam Field.
Drag racing had been vibrant since 2013 to 2018, so that 6-year period. It was very vibrant, it was very organized, very structured, and the persons that would have wanted to race on the street were going to Vernam Field rather than racing on the street. Once they took away Vernam Field and that outlet for the racing, then street racing just shot right up. And that's what we're trying to combat now.
Since 2022, the government entity managing Vernam Field, the airport's authority, has allowed drag racing once again. And this time, Mr. Gunter and other stakeholders want to take the sport to new horizons.
Drag racing is now rebuilding after being forced to be dormant since 2018.
Chris Elliott sits on the FIA Drag Racing Commission. The FIA is the International Federation of Automobile, the governing body for motorsports. Mr. Elliott wants Jamaica to tap into the $6 billion global motorsport market.
We have an opportunity as the largest English-speaking island in the Caribbean to fall not immediately on par with our North American neighbors, but we do have a flavor of drag racing that will encompass and encourage the grassroots development of this sport. If we had a facility where, whether in the middle of the week or the weekends on a general basis, without any major event, that this facility was available to be used, I think we would create some serious macroeconomic impact. We're talking about employment, we're talking about concessions, food, we're talking about labor.
There are entities that are now very interested in drag racing and making it legitimized and building facilities in areas where there's population density to support such a facility.
Mr. Gunter says the investors are serious about helping to develop more facilities for racers. But while that discussion happens, this caution.
I understand the desire to race, but I would also ask that you channel your efforts into the legal drag racing that is occurring at Vernam Field and is occurring at Jamway Speedway, because the illegal drag racing can gravely damage the sport itself and allow any progress that is occurring now to be shut down.
We have sought a comment from Sport Minister Olivia Grange. WhatsApp messages since April and a recent email have gone unanswered. Giovanni Dennis, TVJ News.
And on an editorial note, following part one of our story last night, our reporter Giovanni Dennis has been receiving threats and vicious abuse on social media and elsewhere. Now, TVJ News has taken note of the threats and has informed the police about them. We will not be intimidated from our pursuit of good, solid journalism. The full half-hour report will be aired on All Angles Investigates this Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Now...